Good evening, Poke Nation. Well, Will Wade is gone. So, for the first time ever in the last 3 years, we'll have no Will Wade. It's a different time. A lot of people are feeling blue. A lot of people are worried what's going to be next. Let me tell you this. Will Wade was the best thing that happened to this area, not just the school. He took a part of the community, and he was a big help, and he loves this community. Talking to him for a while after the games this weekend, Wade made it sure clear that he was going to have his handprints on this program. As he put it, I will always be a part of McNeese as long as McNeese wants me to be a part of them. So I think we're in good hands. It expects to be Bill Armstrong as the next head coach, although that's not official. Armstrong is number one man of Will Wade at LSU. The transition, I think, will be very smooth. In fact, if all works out, McNeese can become a pipeline to wherever Will Wade goes next after North Carolina State, including the Wolfpack. His deal in North Carolina State, 6 years, $18 million roughly. You got to take that if you're him. McNeese made a last push at the last minute, but let's review what he's given us. He's given us two of the greatest basketball years we've ever seen, the first NCAA tournament win, and back-to-back conference championships for the first time ever and tournament appearances. That's an amazing run of 58-11 over 2 years and a stunning 40-2 record. That's 40-2 in 2 years playing the Southland Conference. It's been an amazing ride. He's well-deserved for whatever he gets. And although it was very emotional when he left, I think he earns whatever comes to him. And for us here at Poke Nation, we want to take his time out, especially to say thank you, Coach, from me, Marcus, and I'm sure Heath will agree. It was a great ride. We'll have more on the show coming up.
At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
The AD now joins us each row, who brought all this on, who brought Will Wade here.
Yep.
Wild 2 years. How's it personally for you?
It's been great. You know, obviously it's bittersweet to see Coach go. But you know what? I think we all need to pause, right? And just take a second to realize how far we have come in such a short amount of time.
Sure. Oh, it's unbelievable.
I mean, we've been 40-2 in the Southland,
Yeah.
which again is unheard of. It was better than even he and I could have envisioned. But the great thing is that now the expectation is set. The foundation is laid, and now it's about securing the coach that is comfortable following that, and also building upon it and understand the expectations moving forward. Like, look, we want to be a perennial NCAA tournament team, and look, Coach Wade said it best. You know, Lamar in a championship game. I mean, it was nip and tuck. You know, it's hard to do it. But the expectation is that we're a consistent NCAA tournament team with an opportunity to advance. And so I'm excited.
The key is really to get in a position to where you are consistently in the running.
Yeah.
And 4 out of 6 years you're making it, things like that.
That's right. I mean, to sit there and say, hey, we got to get there every year is really unrealistic, no matter who the coach is. But like you said, if you look and say, hey, you know what, 2 out of every, 3 out of every 5, 4 out of every 6 years, we want to be dancing. I think that is my expectation here. And, and you get the right matchup and you get the right, the right bounces. You have a chance to advance like we did. So
that's the big thing is he always talked about you want to get yourself in so many positions that the numbers data wise you finally win one.
Correct.
I didn't know he was talking about this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the numbers, you play as a 12 seed, you get the upsets. You play as a 16 seed, you don't get the upsets.
It's hard, yeah. I mean, it's not that it doesn't happen.
You just give yourself a chance.
But you give yourself a chance, for sure. And, like, I look at University of New Mexico, okay? Like, I still follow the Mountain West because I spent a lot of my career there. They won a game. Now, we're talking about New Mexico in the pit with 18,000 people every single night, okay? Yeah. And they went to the NCAA tournament. They won a game for the first time since 2012.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, really hard to do. So, to sit there and say, hey, this is what we're going to do every year, like, I don't care if Will Wade's back here again. It's really hard to do.
No, there's no guarantee somebody's ankle doesn't. So there's so many things that could happen.
That's right.
But what you want to do is you want to get yourself into a program that gets you as high a seed reputation-wise as you can, so you can build on it, and then that gets you the better matchups year in and year out.
Absolutely. And so it's exciting. I mean, look, I've talked to, numerous people. I knew this day was going to come.
Yeah.
I knew it for quite a while that this was not going to be a long-term thing. And so I've been prepared on that. And, I've spoke to a lot of coaches in the last, couple weeks. And, we're going to get the right person in here to understand, to take us forward. And I think it's important, too, when you think, again, this is from a basketball standpoint, is what we do schematically has been, we're 40-2. I think what we've done schematically, I think what we've done recruiting-wise from the network of recruiting that we've been able to do, the players we've been able to get here, I think, again, that's something I really, what the work looks like, what the day, I want to find a coach that really understands the work. Like everyone can see on the outside the finished product, but I was here every day and saw the daily discipline of what it looked like. And I just want to find the right coach and the right fit, and I'm doing my due diligence with a handful of them as we speak.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. It's interesting how much different the list probably looks now than 3 years ago.
For sure, but I will tell you that, it is a very, very coveted mid-major job. I think we've made this into one of the best mid-major jobs in the country. But also, there's people out there that are afraid to follow Coach Wade. Sure. It's like, whoa, can I go 40-2?
And what if I don't go 40-2?
That's right.
Yeah,
so that's a good thing. I want someone that embraces that and embraces the championship expectations, and we're going to get the right guy.
Okay, let's talk about your women's coach who you're hiring now.
Unbelievable. I am so excited about Ayla Guzzardo.
Now wait a minute. Where does she come from? I want you to.
She was at Southeastern. I watched her really closely the last few years and just been impressed.
26-6 this year, 19-1 in the league.
Yes.
2-time league coach of the year.
2-time champion.
And you just go down there and pluck her. You say, come on up.
It was a little harder than that. But
you don't need to be at Hammond, America. Just come up here.
But I actively recruited her to come here. I think she is the perfect fit. And again, she knows what it takes to win in this league. You and I have talked about it. It's a different league. It's a different brand of basketball. So, for us to be able to go and pluck, in my opinion, the best coach in the league. She's been coach of the year 2 out of the last 3 years. She's won the championship 2 out of the last 3 years. To pluck her and bring her here, I think this program immediately becomes relevant and truly reaches its potential.
Well, I think you say you plucked her here. I think down there they might say you stole her.
Well, whatever. Hey, listen, I'm not in this to make friends, so it's okay.
We're going to meet her in just a second here on Polk Nation. We'll be right back with Ayla Guzzardo.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinandson. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinandson Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
From the outside, you may not be able to tell, but once you get inside, you'll know instantly. Ray's Lounge on Ryan Street is your place. Ray's Lounge is the place where good working people of Lake Charles come to relax after work. Enjoy daily specials, live music at night, all in a comfortable neighborhood atmosphere. Make sure you step inside Ray's Lounge. It's your place.
The Cowboys are going to do some really big things. Really big.
McNeese athletes bring big energy, big plays, and big spirit to every game. That's why Lakeside is proud to be such a huge fan. We're a hometown team too, in the business of backing big dreams across our community every day. And we always bank on big wins with McNeese Sports. Go big with Lakeside and McNeese.
New to Lake Charles, but not Louisiana, Mockler Beverage has been a leading Anheuser-Busch distributor for over 35 years. Known for an unwavering commitment to quality and service, we're excited to bring our excellence to Southwest Louisiana. Our exceptional portfolio of brands ensures we have the perfect beverage for every taste and occasion. Experience the Mockler difference, where every sip tells a story of excellence and satisfaction. Mockler Beverage, we serve Southwest Louisiana. For more information or to join the team, go to mocklerbeverage.com.
Welcome to Polk Nation. It is a special time and a special day. Let me welcome our new women's basketball coach, Coach Ayla Guzzardo. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you.
And
Thank
I
you.
have to tell you, you look so much better in blue than you do green. I mean, it's unbelievable, the difference. I mean, it's like an entirely...
It just brings winning.
It brings winning. That's exactly right. Welcome to
She
Lake
won 19
Charles.
games in the league last year.
Yeah,
How
I'm going
does
to
that
continue to win.
Correct.
It's winning.
You know, if you can't beat them, you join them, right? Or
Yeah.
like you try to go get them.
Or you sign them.
Yeah. Well, Coach, first of all, welcome to Lake Charles. Welcome to McNeese. I know I speak for a lot of people that we are so happy to have you here.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody's been so welcoming. I got into the office early this morning, and my door has had knocks on it all morning. So everybody's excited. I'm excited. My family, the players that are going to be coming with us are excited. So we're ready to get it rolling.
The only downside about this place is sometimes the gentleman to your right can be. He is known as Gazzola the Great. He usually wears a jacket, but now he's slacking off.
I got some stuff that is in the laundry from the trip, so.
Because we have one jacket.
No, because I have one jacket, and I promised if they went, so I took it in case we went to the Sweet 16. I said if they win 2 games, I would wear a jacket at the next game. Remember, I still got to wear the rowdy outfit next year.
Oh yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be great.
But no, welcome. Let me ask you this. So, what was Polk Nation's going to? They all want to know this.
They do.
What made you decide to leave a conference opponent and come to McNeese?
People think it's a lateral move. To me, it's not a lateral move. I'm making a personal and professional move for my career. I want to win, and I want to have the resources to win. McNeese has all those options for me. Facilities are beautiful. Community's outstanding. The tradition that McNeese women's basketball has, I want to get it back to that. I want to show them that I can take them from 10th to 1st like that. And we have everything to do that, everything to be successful here.
That's the thing that I think surprises people is most times when you win at the mid-major, you move up another level, you move up into power leagues and that. But what makes this, besides the fact that the resources have now changed and all that, what makes this a move that isn't lateral, that makes it up the ladder kind of?
So I shouldn't say Will Wade?
We can.
No, I mean,
hey, let's wait. It's better to give him credit than that guy.
Oh no, look. And look, we work for him. So it is what it is. It's like-minded people. We have a very like mind. And it's scary because I've gotten to know him a little bit, but those like-minded people understand that you take this and you get to this and you can go to this.
Okay.
And I understand that. I'm young in my career. I love it. I got a lot of energy. I want to use that energy to be productive and to help this place win championships.
See, that's what, and we talked about this 4 or 5 years ago. The key to winning at McNeese is going to be becoming a place that young coaches want to go, stay 3-4 years, win, and then move up, and not deter them from doing that, and not saying this is a permanent resting place.
Exactly.
This is a place that can get to a certain level, and then you go to another level, but it sets the next person up for that. Do you see that?
Yes, completely. I could have stayed in Hammond for another 15 years. I'm from there, but I want a little bit more.
How's the hometown taking it?
Yeah, they're taking it. I'll just say they're taking it. But I think the color blue has been bought in all the stores in Hammond, so I'm pretty sure that's now out of sale. But no, you got to understand, I'm trying to move with this. And I told the team yesterday that I met, I want to take this thing to another level. I want it to another level. I want to get it to where we're winning in an NCAA tournament game. I want to win multiple NCAA tournament games. I want a 12 seed. I want an 11 seed. We can get this thing moving, and we can do it quick.
So I want to ask you this because this is it's always been the South, and you get the bid, you go, you're a 16, 15 seed, you get blown out, you're happy with it because we got to the tournament. Will Wade wasn't happy with that.
No.
He's changed the mindset of the men's basketball program. Has he also changed the mindset of the whole university, you think, or the way people look at this university?
Hands down. I mean, he's not happy with that. He thinks women's programs should win multiple times. You know, you should be able to win the tournament, get in the game, and get a 12 seed and knock off a 5. You know, it should happen. That's the expectations. It shouldn't just be you're happy with just getting there. We weren't happy with just getting the WBIT this year. We wanted to win, you know, and that expectation gets contagious. Everybody starts feeling it. The university expects it.
He's never happy.
No.
He'll pretend to be happy, but you'll notice that even if you're up 20 and somebody makes a mistake, he'll run into his tunnel.
Oh, I don't run into the tunnel.
You run into the tunnel?
No, I don't. I promise you, Coach, I don't. We haven't been up 20 in women's basketball for a long time, so
That's
you
true.
know, there's been no
So
tunnel.
you just stay in the tunnel?
But let me ask you this: so when you look at, and obviously you've played here, and you've seen our facilities and all that, how big is it for you with having the tournament here?
People don't understand that. You're shooting on these goals every single day. You're practicing here. This is your player's home. Your home court advantage is here already. That's a huge advantage.
Yeah.
People don't get it until they're in it. I won a lot of games here. I want to continue to win a lot of games here. But, you know, if McNeese ever made it to the tournament, they'd be scary. I was scared if they ever made it last year because, you know, we didn't want to see them in the first or second round.
Sure.
Because they can knock somebody off just because you have that comfortability here.
Right. So when you look at the program where it is now, what's the first steps? Like, what's the first 30, 60 days going to look like?
Players, staff and players. I've got to make sure that I'm surrounded by the best in the office and the best on the court. So we're going to move some things around. People aren't going to be happy. Some people are going to be ecstatic. You know, I was told, one of the players told me yesterday, I'm bringing my Louis. Yes, I'm bringing my Louis. Yeah. I'm making sure and I'm taking care of Polk Nation, and I want the best on the court, and I want them to be excited. I don't want them to just pay for a season ticket and come watch a basketball game. I want them to leave excited. You know, it's almost like a show. We give them a show. So
when we come back on Polk Nation, we'll get more on Coach's ideas and maybe some of the players that she's going to bring with her when we come back on Polk Nation.
Well, it's game day at the Legacy Center, and the McNeese Cowboys are warmed up and ready to play. Cowboys have a new player this year, number 22, Katie Ferdinandson. This girl loves basketball and McNeese so much she can't wait to get out on the floor. And we're off. Shoemate tips the brewer, and there goes Katie.
Ferdinandson Financial Group supports the McNeese Cowboys.
From the outside, you may not be able to tell, but once you get inside, you'll know instantly. Ray's Lounge on Ryan Street is your place. Ray's Lounge is the place where good working people of Lake Charles come to relax after work. Enjoy daily specials, live music at night, all in a comfortable neighborhood atmosphere. Make sure you step inside Ray's Lounge. It's your place.
We're back on Polk Nation with the new women's basketball coach from Southeastern Hammond, America. So what's with the Hammond America and what do we call it now?
I've wondered that forever.
Okay.
Because you're from the town, so is it because we're gonna introduce you to now? Welcome to Lake Charles, planet Earth. I don't know what we're supposed to do here.
So I don't know. Hammond's its own city, country, its own thing. It's different than a lot of people.
Is it the Gulf of Hammond down there? Or
Yeah,
what do you guys call it?
I don't know. It's just the Hammond America. I'm not focused on that right now. I'm in blue.
Okay.
That's right.
Everybody's always asked me that. Why did they do that? Okay, so when you talk about players, transfer portal opens up. Is it open up today for women's?
Next week.
Next week. What do you look for as a player? Not so much a name, but a player. But what do you kind of look for as players? What type of player are you looking for? A Power 5 almost, or how close do you want to get to that?
I would love a Power 5 almost, but I need a tough, hard-nosed player. Someone that wants to be coached, competitive. At Southeastern, I had a 5'2" point guard that was 98 pounds.
Yeah.
But the kid would run through a wall for me. She's competitive. She's a dog. She's got that fire in her. She hasn't seen an opponent that she's afraid of. You know, she played Caitlin Clark and was like, come on, let's go. That's who I want. I want people who are going to get gritty, work, and put in some time on the court and off the court. I think we need to do a better job in the community. You want people at your games? Get in the community and do that. So I think we're going to hit the ground running with all that. But as far as the type of player, I just want someone that wants to be coached and wants to work hard.
Okay, one thing is because we had to teach him this when he was coaching. The type of player that was, well, we did.
Yeah, it's true.
The type of player. It's not a basketball league like you're used to seeing. It's a tough physical league like nobody's seen. Is that what you kind of need? Kind of a gritty player
Yeah,
more?
you have to. You got to be in shape. I mean, we run, we push. My tempo's fast on the offensive end and the defensive end. We're not trying to slow you down. We want to play fast. So you got to be in shape. Your body's got to look a certain way. So we're gonna look at all aspects. We're gonna literally clean slate, start from scratch, and we're gonna make sure that we put the right type of player on the floor.
Well, Coach, let me ask you this. So, how has your style of play evolved in the last few years? You know, like I think from a basketball standpoint, watching you, especially over the when I became the AD, just watching your teams play, they've gotten better and they've evolved a little bit. Talk about that evolution and what are the keys to winning conference championships in this league?
Yeah. So when I started out, I was 28 at Southeastern. I had no idea what I was
Sure,
doing.
right.
No idea what I was doing. My offense was, some ball screen motion, and I was trying to figure all that out. I got some confidence. I started learning a lot more through trial and error. My plays have started to develop. My execution, we've taken it to a whole different level, and I've learned it's not about what I know. It's really about what they know. So we pour all that information into them. We talk terminology early in the summer, and then we go throughout the season, and my players do scouting reports. They go and they take a team. We'll take McNeese, and we'll talk about each of them individually. I'll have 3 or 4 that'll talk about offense, talk about defensive tendencies, and now they're doing the scouting report. Yeah, we're showing the film, we're doing all the work extra, but
That's awesome.
I've
Yeah.
got to pour into them because at the end of the day, it's not me out there making the shots. It's not me out there running the plays, so I need them to know.
The interesting facts of all this and how this evolved is how much better are, because you were here when we were at Burton, how much better and how much more attractive is this now to that, and how much does it sell kids now more so than before? Because in the past, you're now in competition and all this. How does this facilities kind of sell?
It kills me. And when I was at Hammond, I lost a kid to McNeese because of facilities. It just is what it is. Women's basketball, girls, they want nice things. They want their locker room nice. They want the nice facilities. They don't care about some of the other stuff that the men's players do. I'm doing a different generation, different gender. They want nice facilities. This place is beautiful. Everywhere I've walked, it's clean, it's organized, it's new. And the players see that, and the parents see that. Because at the end of the day, in women's basketball, you got to have the mom, the dad, the aunt, the uncle, cousins. You got to have all of them on the same side and understand this is a safe, good place for them.
For a basketball coach, how important or how attractive is it to play for an AD that is a basketball person?
It's big. And, my former boss was a baseball guy, and I respect him, but he didn't know nothing about basketball. If we lost, he'd be like, hey, good try. And I'm like, but, Heath knows a little bit more about the game. I'm excited to bounce ideas off of him. I even look to, Miss Bridget, and she's played and she's coached, and everybody's got that basketball feeling in it. So I'm surrounded by good people that know the game, that understand the game, and it's going to help me grow as a coach.
Oh, you didn't see him coach those.
I did. I saw a few of those games.
He
Well,
yelled,
I
He
think
yelled.
what's important too is, especially in women's basketball, you have to own I-10.
Yeah.
Like we talked about this
Yep.
from New Orleans to Houston. When you look, I'm going to be very, very transparent. When I looked at you and Lamar, the biggest things I looked at was, let me look at the rosters. Like, we need to look like that. It's proven, it's success, and to be able to bring you here that understand the league, that obviously understands how to get the players to compete and win in this league, because Jim's right. He and I have had a lot of conversations. This isn't the West Coast Conference.
No.
This isn't it's a different style of basketball, and our job is to win this league to get to the NCAA tournament.
Exactly.
Right? So talk about how those relationships, real quick, were developed from Houston to New Orleans and how you've kind of owned that I-10 corridor.
Yeah, one thing that we do is, like, this job, I'm so excited to get here and start because I got to get into the high schools. I got to start getting into the high schools. We're going to have team camps and bring people on campus, but we've got to make sure our recruiting is regional based. Regional based. I'm going from Houston. I'm going to New Orleans. I'll dib and dab here and there in Mississippi, Florida, but my core is going to be right here. But that tough, gritty player that I'm talking about, I don't have to look far. I can literally look to the left and the right, and they're right here. So and it helps with our fan base. You know, we talk about selling tickets. At the end of the day,
What a concept.
you got to sell tickets, but you have to have people
We hear
that they
about
want
the
to
selling.
see.
We hear about the selling of tickets quite a bit on this show. Believe me, we hear about it. When we come back, we'll get Coach's final thoughts. New basketball coach in town. Another new basketball coach coming later this week, probably. You're gonna be in heaven, basketball guy.
Oof, I'm ready to go to bed. Hopefully sometime late this week.
Maybe you shouldn't have stayed out all night in Providence. We'll be back after this.
Whether it's an injury case, a property case, or a business dispute, our lawyers are at the top of their game. Ask anyone who knows us. At Veron Bice, we don't enter popularity contests. The only ratings we care about are the verdicts we've obtained for our clients. Ask anyone who knows us.
We're back. Well, she makes quite an impression.
She's awesome. She's very confident. She's young. She's aggressive. She's not afraid of the moment. I could not be happier to have her here. I think she's going to knock it out of the park.
The thing is, she took them from 5 wins her first year to 26 wins 8 years later.
Yep.
But you're not getting, and that's what people ask me, well, she didn't win her first couple of years. It's going to take that time. And I said, you're not getting the same coach that had never coached before. You're getting the 26-6 coach.
Yeah, she alluded to it. You know, I remember, when she got the job when she was 28, she said, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I remember getting the job at Portland State when I was 30. I won 5 games. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
I thought I did, but then you're like, whoa, okay, I really don't know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look, people are always going to have opinions, but I just think it's an amazing deal to be able to take, in my opinion, the best coach in the league and bring her to the best job in the league.
Well, that's the way she looks at it. I mean,
That's
if
exactly
you listen
right.
to her, that's exactly what she looked at it. It's the best job in the league. It's the best operators, best facilities. So it's actually become one of the better mid-major jobs around the country.
100%. I think it's the best one-bid basketball league in the country because we host a tournament. We have an unbelievable facility. We have great fan base, and we need to embrace that. And she alluded to, like, I could have stayed in Hammond forever, and I told her, I said, look, if that's your goal to stay there for 10, 15 years and finish your career there, don't come here because the expectations here are different than they are in Hammond. I want to go. I expect us to compete for championships and go to the NCAA tournament. And, that's what she wants. She wants the smoke. She wants the expectations, and I'm honored that she loves it.
Okay, men's basketball. When do you want to make an announcement? When do you think you'll make an announcement?
Well, the portal, we're filming this on Monday, so...
the portal opens next Monday, right?
The portal's open today.
Oh, today?
So, obviously, I've been working... Through Rhode Island, I was working on this. I really want to try to get this done by... the end of this next week. It's important to me just because of timing, and we want to have a new director. But let me before I go, let me make sure people understand this. Will Wade accepted the job after our game, officially accepted it and signed with NC State. 99% of the coaches in the country, every coach I've ever been around, doesn't even get on the team plane.
Yeah.
They're flying to North Carolina. Okay, North Carolina's coming to pick them up. That's what NC State wanted.
Yeah.
He stayed and came back, flew back with the team, and met with every individual with the team and talked about some of them. Hey, listen, this is what you should do. You should stay here. That doesn't happen. Will Wade cares about McNeese. He's always going to care about McNeese. He wants what's best for McNeese. And, he is a class act, and he has truly left this place better than we found it. Better than he found it, in the class that he's excluded is, I'll never forget. It's not how you come in, it's how you leave, and he has left this thing like a complete pro.
Yeah, 100%. I'll say this too. It was very, very helpful for all he did, and we'll leave it on this. Maybe we'll have a new coach next week on the show again. We'll see you next week on Poke Nation.